everyone, and by everyone I mean the one person here. Welcome to Figure Friday. If you're new here, and you're lurking, if you drop a follow, you get a little stream avatar like at the bottom of the screen there. Like ours, which is Lugia for the channel, CJ King Animation, which I have no idea who that is. And then Uniguff as the haunter there, floating around. And you can do little mini games and stuff as your little stream avatar as well. So yeah, make sure you drop a follow so you can get your own. If you're new here. But we don't have much this week when it comes to the figure section. When it comes from purchases. I haven't had many things show up. I had one thing show up and I photographed it. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen it by now. But I'm actually just going to show off the pictures because getting it out of the case and trying to pose it around is going to be annoying. So we're just going to look at like my action figure photography for a minute, you know. And then I got 2 customs that I've been working on for the past couple weeks now. I actually finished. One is I need to make an accessory for. But the other one is completely finished, and I'm ready to move on to the next member of the team. So that's fun. And then, as always, if you have anything that you've picked up this week, toss it in the Discord. I don't think anyone else tossed anything in the Discord this week. Actually, no, Jamie did. I don't think she's here, but she did toss something in the Discord, so I could show that off. And that's about it. Yo, what's up, Frankie? How you doing, buddy? But yeah, so it's going to be a rather light week. I do have a couple of purchases that are not necessarily figures, not necessarily collectibles unless you think they are, kind of. But I bought a couple comic books over on the eBay because I needed to fill out some spots in my collection. I was trying to fill out some stories that I had bought like 1, 2, and 3, and then I have 5, and I don't have 4. So I filled out a couple stories that I wanted to finish out. One of them I've sorted away, so I won't be able to show them off, but I do have the other ones out still, so I could show those off. One of them I got a variant cover of that was, needless to say, kind of annoying that it's a variant, because it's almost exactly the same. Like, it's some of that bullshit where they're like, oh, it's a variant, you need to get another one. You can't just have one copy of this comic. But it's, like, the same, but lazier, kind of. And we'll get to that. But, yeah. So, how's everybody doing? How's everybody's work week? How's everybody getting ready for the weekend? We getting ready to have some good times? What are we doing this weekend, everybody? What's everybody doing this weekend? Does everybody have any plans? Sorry, I watched Critical Role, and I keep talking like Imogen. I think it's Imogen? No, Imogen is Laura's character. Who's Marisha's character? I can't remember names well. Yasha. Yes, Yasha is who I keep talking like, because I love when Marisha Ray just talks like, oh, yes, I do this, and I'm kind of creepy. I like it a lot. Getting drunk and watching Twilight. Listen, man, I might be doing the same thing. That little get together. I still gotta figure out what time I'm going to that. Is it Bo? In the most recent campaign? I don't think it is. I think Bo is from campaign 2. I'm talking about campaign 3. I could be wrong, but I don't remember that. Laudna is who I'm thinking of, so there's that. Ashley Johnson also does not play. I don't know. I'm talking about season 3, man. I just remember, you also have to realize that while I'm watching and keeping up with campaign 3, I'm also watching clips from season 2 and season 1. But, yeah, Laudna. I like Laudna a lot. I think that's a very cool connection, which I will not spoil if anyone, yeah. But yeah. Speaking of that, did you see? I think I sent you it on TikTok the other day. I don't know if you responded to it or not. Some guy made a puppet of FCG, and it's very cool. I know I'm not special. I'm talking about the fact that I can't remember names. That's not like a speciality thing. It's more of a hindrance, one might think. But yeah, man, I've been really digging Critical Role. I just watched I tried to watch last night live, and I don't know why, but I can't. Like, the annoyance of not being able to skip through the ads if I want to. Like, there's certain ads that I'll stick around and watch for, but then some I'll just be like, I just don't want to watch this. Or like the fan art, like that, I don't want to fucking, no offense to the fans of Critical Role, but I don't need to see 80 different drawings of like the land and then different characters. Like, show me like a fucking very quick presentation. I mean, it is 2 minutes. I'm just impatient. But yeah. Yo, what's up, Robbie? Here just in time before the figures. So yeah. Listen, it's potty break time. For you or for the stream currently? Like, I need to... What? Oh, you mean for them during the stream. I'm slow. Anyway, so let's hop in. Let me pull up my Instagram. We could talk about the one thing that I had received monetarily bought this week. Yeah, I know. I'm caught up now, Lucas. I'm stupid, but I'm not that stupid. I am lying. I'm definitely that stupid. There it is. Why is it in like bright mode? So annoying. So uncivilized. But so starting off, Figure Friday. Like I said, if you have gotten anything this week, toss it in the Discord. Join the Discord. It's a great time. If you haven't listened to the podcast this week, it's a really good episode this week. It's a really, really good episode this week. If you haven't listened, I highly recommend it. Live on YouTube right now. The YouTube people get a little bit of extra spicy editing. So do that. What's up, Koba, CLD? How you doing? I'm back. I'm here. Both are valid. Very much appreciate you being here. It's now time to get into this. So, what you see here, I'm not going to pull it out of the case because me just holding it up to the camera is annoying. This is the Bandai Movie Realizations Mandalorian. So pretty much there's this line in which they, I don't know how to explain it. They take like the Star Wars designs and then which are already inspired by like Japanese samurai, and then take Star Wars design and then put it back to samurai, which is really cool. So, it's got a lot of the details like the whistling birds cannon here. It looks like an actual cannon itself. He comes with a little sword, like a little sword that goes on there, a nice scabbard. His helmet is got like the little like drape down thing. There's rivets all over it. It's beautifully painted, beautifully sculpted. Articulation is it's not the best. These are my pictures. I took these pictures. I'm very proud of them because I like them a lot. But these are just this figure is fucking amazing. He also comes with a bunch of accessories. He does have the sword gripping hands. This is like a fisted hand as well. Tons of hands. And then right here you can see he also comes with his gun as well. And the cool thing about it is that it's almost like this weird steampunk feel that they have. So all of like the tech, like guns or the jetpack, have this weird steampunky feel to them. The actual gun itself is a flintlock, and on the other side there's like an actual flintlock that you can articulate up and down to make it look like it's primed or it has already fired. The jetpack looks really nice here. I wish there was like some more like burnt details. Like I know it does like fade gradient wise into like the dark black as if it's like been like exploded out of, but I feel like a little bit of discoloring would have been cool there paint wise. But yeah, you can see here all that like dirtiness inside of the helmet and in there, all these little tiny details on the arm, all the fabric sculpt, and then all the articulation is hidden very well on this guy. The shoulder plates are articulated themselves on little balls. Fucking amazing. And then here's another front view of him. He's got his chest armor right there, his little like shotgun shots for his long gun, these pleated armor pads, and then on the leg itself you can see the flintlock right there slightly. I don't really like the flintlock because it's very fragile and I'm like scared it's gonna break, but yeah, I like this a lot. And then the best accessory that this comes with is this, and this is how it's displayed in my cabinet and why I will not be taking it out of the cabinet because it's a bitch to get back in this pose. It comes with a little baby Grogu with a top knot in his for hair. This is like the little pram from the show, but it's in this little little cart that you can push your child around in. And he's like has it. It's the best dad ever. Just the best dad. He's got I put the long gun on him here as well. He doesn't really pose with that well, and it just doesn't look right on him. It's also in the actual series itself. He doesn't have this anymore at the point when his armor looks like that. So who am I? But yeah, man. So yeah, I took all these pictures. I'm very proud of them. Not to like brag, because it's not even a bragging thing. It was one of those things where like this. It was a rainy day, like the wet ground with like this is like a propane tank, and then the cloth from we have a like a fire pit that we never use. So like I was like that kind of looks Star Warsy. Ah, hello, Ryan is subscribed. Thank you for subscribing. This is your 2nd month subscription. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. But there's that, and then this is just like foliage I have in my backyard, and then this is actually a flower like holder. I don't know how to explain it, but it's a flower holder, and it worked really well with like the Shoto samurai look. You can actually see the Mudhorn sigil on the pauldron right here if you look close enough, which is just such fucking beautiful detail. But yeah, I love this thing. It's fun to pose, but personally I have it in the Mando little area over there. It's actually like in the very, very front and center. That's not what I wanted. I wanted this. So that's one thing that I've been loving that I finally got. I was supposed to have that on May the 4th. It's not like a pot. It's more like, because it's like a wicker basket, and then you put flower pots in it. So it's like a flower holder of flower pot. Like it's a pot holder, kind of, if that makes sense. And it's like that like weird, like almost straw material. How many times in the past month have you reorganized shelves? Once, twice. That was last month, so I'm not counting it. 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6, 7. 7 times total. 7. Just because I got those what's the name? What's the name of the thing? Oh, Spice Rack. When I got those from Walmart, that like extended, the wooden one. When I got those, I was like, well, now I can really like do a thing. So I just started reorganizing everything and put it all together. You def have ADHD, my guy. No, I just like, I was not, here's the thing. I wasn't organized. And I mean, you can, I don't know if you've seen this, Ryan, or not, but if you look in the background of my closet right now, there's like no clothing anymore. Like, I sat here one day and I was like, I'm really unorganized. And I just like, no, it wasn't really like a realization. It was one of those things where I was just like, I should really do something. And then I just started cleaning. And then when I got done cleaning, I had found stuff that had fallen, you know. And then I was like, well, I need to reorganize these shelves so like stuff fits and I'm not just toting everything, you know. So everything looks nice right now. I will say that the Mando shelf is getting way too clustered. I actually had a debate in my head of whether or not I would take the Gina Carano figure and just put it in a plastic bag and throw it somewhere. But yeah, we'll see what happens. You should get one of those L brackets from Home Depot for under that top shelf so it doesn't snap in the middle of the night. What top shelf? Which one? I don't know which one you're talking about. I don't think any of them really need it, to be fair. In the closet? Oh, that? Yeah, I already, I have plans to figure out what to do with that stuff. That's a lot of, baseball cards that my dad bought for us when we were kids, and we weren't allowed to open them. So, those are going to go in the attic, most likely. Somewhere where they don't get, like, water damage, but they're going to be in a container, obviously. But yeah. So, yeah, I've just been getting organized a little bit. Like, my desk is a lot neater. It's not where I want it to be, but, like, I had a full day where I filled a whole entire trash bag with shit. Like, just shit on my desk. But, now, moving on. I'm going to get into a custom that I've been working on for about 3 weeks now. The figure itself is done. I just 3D printed the accessory for the character. This is Konshu. He's finished. He's got his chest painted. There's a little gold moon on his chest that I sculpted extra on top of the mummy design. I gave him a white dry brush so that it looks more, white. I'm probably going to I might do a little bit of a wash down below to make it look like, or a dry brush of sand on his feet. I'm not sure about that one yet. I'm actually just content with how it looks right now. I just 3D printed a bow staff that is a replacement part for a Thundercats cheetah figure. And then I also 3D printed the Moon Knight, where the thing at? Where the thing at? I 3D printed a thing and I don't know where it is. Oh, 1 second, sorry. I 3D printed this with my big printer, and this is only half of it. But I printed it very, very small. So there's that. So that'll go on top of a stick that he'll hold. But this is for me because, yeah, I'm doing the thing. Moon Knight. That's a moon fact. Any G4 subs in here want to drop the moon fact emote? I know there's at least one in here. That's a G4 sub that has that moon fact emote. I see you. Where are you at? I am also a G4 sub, so I could do this myself. 1 second. I want to do it. Moon fact. There it is. All right. But, yeah. Konshu came out really well. I'm going to pose him next to the Mezco Moon Knight until the 2 Marvel Legends come, and then we'll see how that works together with this guy. Thank you, Frankie. I appreciate all the moon facts. Thank you. But, yeah. I'm going to have to heat up this hand because it's an open hand. And I'm just going to, like, boil it and then bend the fingers together so he has, like, somewhat of a grip. Because it's that soft of a plastic, so I could do that, definitely. But, yeah. Konshu is complete. Next. So, I'm going to save the completed custom till last because it's the thing I'm most proud of at the moment. One thing that I did, I finally bit the bullet and I bought something on Amazon. I think it's right here. Yeah. So this right here, if you're unfamiliar, is jewelry wire. Apparently there are people that make like different jewelry out of this wire itself, and like they'll pose it to like look like stuff, and then it makes it into a necklace, I guess. I don't know. It's very, very thin. It's I think 0.22 millimeter gauge, and it's white. Now you might be thinking, what the fuck is this guy on about? Why is he showing this off? Now here's the thing. I'm gonna do one live for you. So you can unwrap this, and then you can take these nippers that you use for model kits. Nippers. I hate that name for them. Like, why not just call them cutter? You know, like a cutter, but nip, like nippers. Weird. Like just call them nipples. You know, just call them nipples. But so what you do is you take a screwdriver with about it's a mini screwdriver. I know it's the technical term, but I don't like it. So take this wire, and then we spin it around real quick just to give it that circle. So now you got this. And then what we do is we come over here and we just start spinning. Just start spinning around the actual thing itself. Oh, is nippers actually the technical term? It was on the box not the box. It's like the clamshell packaging that they come in. It says nippers, like Gundam nippers, which is weird. But yeah, I wanted to get some of that to use for on my kyber crystal and make a keychain. That was the question I forgot. Usually for wire wrapping crystals. Oh, so I could technically use this for my kyber crystals that I have. But pretty much you're just spinning this into and making a helix, a regular old helix, until you get to the very end. Just keep going. Almost there. Sorry. It's not a quick craft. It's like a 3-4 minute craft. But a cheap one. So, there you got that. You got your thin helix that is just one thin thing. And then, what you do is you take it off the screwdriver and you grab this again. And what I like to do, after learning a little bit, is I'll take it like so, and wrap it a little bit around by itself, just so that it's connected. And then we start making a little ball at the end, which I will show once I get to that thickness. Give me 1 minute. Probably. It also hurts really bad. Just because it's such a thin wire. It's almost like, I think it's about the size of a B string on a guitar, if you have reference for that. Alright, just keep going around in circles. Change up the way you're going every once in a while. Just keep going. This would be the moment where it'd be nice if I had like a really good camera for like macro shots, and I didn't just look like I was moving my hands around in circles for no reason. Alright. So now we're here, and there's like this little ball, right? Sweet. What millimeter gauge is it? Although that would be a better reference for most people. I said that at the beginning. I think it's 0.22 millimeter. So now we start doing a little like incline so that it like blends into the main body of the thin area. Just keep going like that. Keep going. Should be good in a second. All right, and now that I feel like that's a good like transition, now we just start going down the wire, and every so often you just do like a couple knots, like a thick area, like you just in the same spot. So I'll do that. So I'll just go down a little bit. Cool, and then I'm like, okay, now I want this spot right here to have that knot. So I'll just rotate it around the same spot over and over again, maybe like 3-4 rotations, and then I'll continue down. And then, if you know where I'm going with this, you should know already. But there's that. So now I'm like here, and what I like to do is I take my finger and I do this, and I go around it a couple times, make a knot, and now you have like this giant loop. But you can just rotate that like so to make it go like that. So now there's just like this little hangy bit. Just a little tiny hangy bit. Nothing crazy. Just a little bit, as opposed to where like it used to be the size of my finger and now it's little. Keep going. Almost there. Sweet. Now we're at the end. What I'll do is I'll just cut it off of the stick. Put that down. And then I'll make sure that this area here doesn't stick up in a weird way so that when I go to handle it later, it's bad. So now here's the beauty of it. If you were a child of the 90s, you remember an artist by the name of Todd McFarlane. Todd McFarlane took over Spider-Man for a bit over at Marvel, and he had a very specific way of making webbing. And the way he made webbing, it looked like this. They called it spaghetti web. because it looked like thick spaghetti coming out of Spidey's web shooters. It would have these giant knots in them. It would have like these big giant ends like so, and then it would have these little loops because it was very chaotic and whatnot. So here's an example. So you would take the hand off of the figure, and then you would put it around the wrist peg, and then boom. And you got a little web line right there. Now the beauty of it is that it's posable because it's wire. So I can just, do like some weird thing where I take my finger and like wrap it around a little bit and then make like a pigtail almost. And now it's like curved and weird looking. Like it's very sporadic. You could also just pose it in just weird ways. You can wrap it around a bad guy. I don't think I have a bad guy at my desk. Here, 1 second. We'll figure this out. Here's a custom that I've been not giving enough attention to. So I can wrap it around the waist of this character right here, and he's got the web line. Boom. And now the beauty of this is that you get so much wire, so fucking much on this stick. Right here. $5. $5 on Amazon. I got the off-white version of the wire. Just look up like jewelry wire. And yeah, it works perfectly for any of your Spider-Man figures. It's very 90s looking. You can also just, if you don't want to do the overlay wrapping, the secondary one that I did, you don't have to. And the beauty of that is that, then it's just a thin line, and it kind of looks more, not realistic, but I guess more MCU-esque, I would guess to say. Like, it's a thin line, which is fine. You wouldn't have much to do at the end, so you would have to figure something out with that, but it still works, and that's the beauty of it. And this shit, cheap as fuck, and it's really good. So, yeah. I found wire like that at the craft store for the Spider-Man on my desk. It had white around it. It looked like legit webbing. Yep, well, this is pure, it's white metal. So, it's not even rubbery, which is nice. It's funny because I upgraded from, if you remember in, again, the early 2000s and 90s, all those twist ties you would use, or not you would use, but they would be on toys and stuff when you would open them at Christmas. I used to use those, and they're very thick, but the issue with them is that they're this weird translucent silver, and it works with some Spider-Men, but not all. So yeah, that was a fun thing that I did this week. I literally made, I have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and Spider-Ham with 8. I have 8 web lines that are just going out. So, yeah. God, I just read what I wrote above, and it sounds so much more sexual than I intended. I am sorry. Oh, okay. Let's read it out loud then for the class. I have a large pair of nippers that I low-key dropped on me last night, and now it looks like I have a snake bite on my thigh because, klutz. I assume it's that one. Unless it was the careful not to overstring and you can get metal splinters. I don't think it was that one because that doesn't sound sexual. But, so yeah. That's what I've been doing there. What else do I have? Do I have anything else? I'm trying to think figure-wise if I have anything else besides that before I show the custom. I don't think so. Okay. So now, before we get into the custom, I have some comic books that I picked up. In honor of the Multiverse of Madness, I decided that I needed to finish one of the comic lines that I had a couple comics from. The House of M series. Not the whole entire series, but specifically the Spider-Man arc. I was missing number 2... I was missing number 3 and then number 5. Those are the ones that I were missing from the story because I couldn't find all the rest of them. So now the funny thing is that, so here's I'm going to go 5, 3, and then show the 2s because 2 I have a variant of. So here is one of them. It's got the Spidey suit dressed up in, it's tied up on a post and on fire. And it has a little human tag on it because in the storyline he's technically a human and he is trying to show that he's not a human, that he's a mutant. still, or whatever, because Spider-Man's kind of a mutant. Then we have right here my favorite cover, which is the last cover. It is Spider-Man on the ground begging for money with his suit all ripped up and whatnot. He's got like an Ugg boot on and a regular boot. And then it says, homeless, need money, will work for food, your friendly neighborhood web swinger. Thank you. So, I don't know why I like this cover so much. It's just something you don't really see in, like, Spider-Man. So, I found it very cool. So now we get to issue number 2, which I got the variant for. Now, the seller just had it all listed together, so it was fine. So here is the regular cover for Spider-Man House of M for number 2. Here is the variant. Can anybody tell me what the difference is? I know what it is, but I don't know if anybody in the chat can. Can anybody tell me what the difference between these two covers are? This is the This is the regular one. This is the variant. The water, the blood. Well, the answer is that this one over here, the real one, that's just like a street. It's not even blood. It's just water on the ground. This is a grayscale version. The only thing that's in color is J. Jonah Jameson. Everything else is grayscale. This one has color. That's the only difference. One is colored and one is grayscale. And I was like, well, that is dumb. But, did you go to Wade's? I did not go to Wade's. I haven't gone to Wade's in a while. I actually kind of want to go. But, I got that on eBay because I was filling out some comics that I were just missing like 2 or 3 issues from, and comics that I would never see at the store anymore. Because I've been to Wade's before, and I never found them. And then I also picked up some Spider-Ham comics that I needed to fill out that story that happened in 2020, I believe. And I need to fill that out. So there's that. I need to get a couple variant covers from Spider-Ham because I'm trying to be a completist for that. I am missing like 3, I think, but I have the whole story now. I hadn't read number 5 yet because I didn't get number 4. And I was like really, really annoyed because I never finished reading it because I liked the story a lot. But now I can read it. So there's that. Completionist, yes, the completionist, Gerard. G4 subs, anybody? Anybody G4 subs? Okay. The one G4 sub in here. All right. And then what else do I have? I have one more thing before the figure. So this thing, I have a story about it. I ordered this on Amazon, and when I ordered it, it came destroyed. Completely destroyed. And I was so fucking mad. Now here's the thing. It's fine, because it was Amazon. And they sent me the replacement, so I have that right behind me. It's actually been in frame this whole entire time, and none of you have even noticed. This right here is the official Deadpool Samurai manga. This is a manga from Japan with Deadpool as the main character. I really wanted to read this. It's short, sweet. It's only $10 on Amazon if you would like to go pick it up yourself. But the art in it is amazing from the few pages that I have seen already. It breaks the fourth wall in so many beautiful ways that I've seen it in a single TikTok. But yeah, love it. I love it so far. I'm glad that this one's pristine, which is hilarious because this one came in a bubble mailer compared to the original that was in a box and it was ripped. The outside cover was destroyed and there was like 3 pages that in the front that like had a box cutter go through them. I'm like, bro, what in the fuck? But yeah, this is fucking amazing. The art is great in this. There's a lot of cool cameos. It looks like Loki is in it, Venom, Spider-Man, Captain America, and a couple other things as well. But it's very campy. I know that. The first one is right here. The second one comes out in June. I already have that on pre-order. So yeah, definitely check it out. I'm going to read it tonight. So there's that. Miss, let me borrow it when you're done with it 9 years from now. I'm going to read it tonight. It's one issue. I can read that tonight. It's no big deal. I will pay you top dollars for it right now. Okay. I mean, you could go on Amazon and buy it and get it like tomorrow for $10. Remember, it has more images than words, and you actually get the way through it. That is the fact. That is the fact. Literally, I've been reading so many more comics now. I've been reading so many more, and I really, really am liking it. Getting back into comics. I don't know if I told the story on here, but we went to the comic store on Free Comic Book Day, and I picked up this comic called Savage Spider-Man. And Savage Spider-Man, the cover looked really cool because it was pretty much a normal upper body Spider-Man, but with mandibles, and his lower body was a spider. So it was like Centaur Spider-Man, but with spider instead of horse. And I was like, okay, this looks like a cool cover. There's only 2 issues out right now. I'll pick them up. I'll read this. And I'm like, yeah, I want to get into reading more. I want to read more things. So I open it up and I start reading, and the basic story of it is that Baron Zemo injected Spider-Man with like some fluid that turned him into this savage version of himself. But the thing is that the only words in this book are die, kill, survive, kill, I am the alpha. That's it. Spider-Man doesn't talk besides screaming that. And then it's just drawings. And I'm like, this goes against what I was trying to do. I was trying to read. But it's really much. Another thing is I don't really like it. I really don't like it. And it sucks because I have it checked off on my pull list for the comic shop near Anna that she's going to pick it up for us when she goes. But I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't want it. But at the same time, fuck it. It's like a 5-issue series. Who gives a shit? I'll buy 2 more series. I don't know. 2 more issues, rather. Finally, the main event time before we get into games. Because we have a good game tonight. We have a very good game tonight. I've been working on this clone Commando custom for technically half a year. I dremeled the original figure half a year ago. I finally finished it as the Black Series official release came out that I don't think is that great. No offense to Robbie. I know you picked it up, but I'm just saying, I feel like I kind of knocked it out of the park on this one. Here is the Republic Commando boss. He's got his battle damage. He's got his blade hand out with a little light on it. All the paint details, scuffs, and then also a lot of ink wash and dirt. The gun has a metallic coat of paint on it. His backpack's dirty as well. Still posable. It is very fragile. Like I showed in the previous episodes, he has these fabric that hold on to his shoulder pads, so those get out of the way if you want to articulate in a fun way, like have him do the point pose from the actual front of the game case. How many other projects have you started and not completely finished? The only one that I've started and not finished that I currently have is the Spider-Man. This one right here, the Spider-Man Unlimited. This is the only one that I've kind of put to the side because I'm not really liking how it's coming out. But everything else I've felt good about. But yeah, this guy is very cool in my opinion. My favorite part about him is the lens on the face mask, because in Republic Commando, if you don't know, all of their masks have like this light that emanates out of them. So I did this paint job of a blue gradient, like the color of it. You can't see it too well, but what you can see is on top, there's a little bit of a gloss. I don't know if you could see it super well in the camera. You can kind of see it there. That gloss is actually resin. I took some of the resin from my 3D printer and with a toothpick just like put it in the area of the lens and then cured it with a UV light. So now the light paint job is underneath a lens. So it technically does have a lens on the visor. And I thought that was such a like little cool detail that like when you hit it in the right light, it just really makes it pop. And I love it. I love it so much. So yeah, this guy is complete. I gotta put together all other 3 figures. Hopefully, I can put the other 3 together before they come out in Black Series for him, because the Black Series versions look shit. No offense, Robbie, if you want to buy them, it's fine. But I very much love this thing. This is probably my favorite custom I've done so far. Articulation wise, not really, just because I'm still getting used to, putting stuff over stuff. But came out way better than I expected. There's a lot of hidden blue tack in here, so like a lot of the stuff like the elbows and stuff aren't like glued on, they're just held on by blue tack, so I can move it out of the way if I need to. So yeah, boss is done. Next I'm going to work on Fixer. Fixer is next. He's the green colored one in the group, so he'll be up next. Then Sev, which I'm going in the same order of the Black Series releases, so it's going to be Fixer, Sev, and then finally ending with Scorch, which he has a giant backpack, which will be interesting. I'm most excited to do Sev because of the paint job, because he's covered in blood, and I've never really painted blood before, so I'm curious to see how I can do that. But yeah, that's been Figure Friday. Probably one of the most complete customs you've done. Yeah, 100%. It is literally the most complete I've ever done. But yeah. Worth the time taken. Thank you very much. I appreciate the liking of it. I hope that Robbie doesn't feel bad that he has the Black Series one, because I very much talk shit on it, and I felt bad because I talked shit on it, and then I saw that he got it for a weekly pickup last week, and I'm like, I'm sorry. I apologize for it. I'm sorry. I'm just sorry, Robbie. But Black Series is fine if you're just trying to get a representation of the figure. I'm like, I love these figures, or these characters. I'm going to honor them as Hasbro won't. So yeah, that has been Figure Friday. Let's check out the Discord. I don't think anyone posted anything besides, CLD just posted something. So I think Jamie had posted something earlier in the week, so we'll show that off as well. But that seems to be it. I don't know if anyone else has gotten anything, but if you have, toss it in the Discord. Join the Discord. It's a good time. We have a good community. It's a fun time. Please join us. All right. Let me get to the website capture. Boop. There we are. All right. I'm going to start this off real quick. I got this email, and I got charged for it today, actually, as well. Today was my last day of the payment for the Ahsoka Tano Sideshow Collectibles Season 7 Clone Wars figure. That will be coming in the mail very soon. My Darth Maul will be following it as well. And guess what I'm going to have to do when they do come? Rearrange another fucking shelf. But we'll do that when we get there. It's fine. I'm excited for it, though. I'm really looking forward to it, because the only other Hot Toys that I have is the 332nd Trooper, which will go really well with the Ahsoka. But yeah, man, I'm excited for these guys. The next one that I have on pre-order besides this is the Mandalorian. That doesn't come out till the end of next year. It's like the most up-to-date version that'll come with a Grogu as well. You know what? Let's take a look. Because we're here. Let me go back to this just in case. I don't want to fucking show my goddamn passwords for the second week in a row. All right, let's open these 3. CLD says I refuse to go down that Hot Toys rabbit hole. I did until I got my first one. Then I was like, well, these are what I would like to have. So this is the Mandalorian that I have on pre-order. It won't be coming for a while. Like, my monthly payments don't start until I think September of next year. So like, I'm not even worried about it. It's like September 2023. So it's whatever. He comes with, if you remember in season 2, he has the armor from Cobb Vanth. He comes with the Boba helmet. He has Grogu in the little satchel. He has that overhead sling once the speeder gets broken. This is the old version right here, I believe, and then this is the version that I have coming, the chrome paint plated armor. Moving forward. You can see it again here. He has the new thigh armor as well. And it's chrome plated as well. He also has the knee rockets, which he didn't in the previous offering. There's the little satchel over the top of his head. He also comes with a dark saber. That is something that I'm very much looking forward to. I don't think it's going to be like the other lightsabers they do, because some of them actually have like batteries and you can light up the lightsabers. I don't think that's the case for this. I don't think so. I could be wrong. There could be a light in that, but I will say that I don't think so. He also comes with the Beskar spear, Pedro Pascal unmasked head. This is fucking gorgeous. Love it. Comes with Grogu, obviously. But yeah, this is the one that I have on pre-order currently. Wrist rockets for the whistling birds. I don't think he comes with that. That might be a separate offering later, I assume. I don't think I'll buy it though either. That's another thing. But yeah, so this is what I have coming next year. This is all the exclusive stuff. This is the Ahsoka that I have coming probably maybe by next Figure Friday. This will be really fun to look at. It has the skin elbows, like there's like a skeleton underneath it. It's weird. I don't know how to feel about it until I have it in my hands, I guess. Beautiful head sculpt, beautiful face paint. The lightsabers actually light up as well, which is really cool. A bunch of different heads and hands, not different head, different hands. I could get this Anakin, but I don't think I will. The only other thing that I wish that this would have come with is a different facial expression. But I'm perfectly fine with the content one. She comes with the Shaw over her head as well. Oh, that Rex is so tempting. But here's all the accessories she comes with once I get that. She comes with the Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Anakin little hologram, which is so good. And I don't know why she comes with this. I don't know why she comes with a thermal detonator. It's fine. Whatever. Yo, what's up, faux pas? How you doing? Where's my Rosario Dawson Hot Toys? I feel you. Will I buy that if that comes out? I mean, it will come out, but where will I do that? No, I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't think I need it. Unless it's, like, gorgeous, but here we are. But yeah, that's the Ahsoka. And then my other one that's coming right after Ahsoka, Darth Maul from Season 7 as well. This one, I haven't been fully charged yet for the end goal of it. It comes with this little extra hood. His lightsaber also lights up as well. They get those little swinging effects. The beautiful part about this is that the box that it comes in is the coffin from Season 7, which is cool. He also comes with this clone armor to go over his arm. If you haven't seen the episode, that's from the episode. Spoiler alert. But yeah, this thing is gorgeous. I think he also has posable eyes. You can also take his shirt off, ladies, which is weird and I won't ever do. But yeah, he's got these robo legs. He's got his lightsaber, and you could take his shirt off, which is weird. I don't like it, and they shouldn't do it. It's fine though. But yeah, I'm excited for these, man. I'm getting those very, very soon. Other than that, my pre-orders, really not doing that great. Not really getting many pre-orders sent. A lot of my pre-orders are in limbo. I don't think any of them come for like another couple months. So Figure Friday might not be super figure-y every single week coming up soon, but you know, I have shit all around me that I can talk about, so we'll do that. Now, onto the Discord. Let me talk about that, because I talked way too much about my own shit. Boom! Back to the Discord. Yeah, I got that coming. That shit bussin'. I had to scroll up farther, because I forgot about Jamie's stuff. So, she posted her pickups, since she finally picked something up. She got a Sailor Moon, I assume a t-shirt? Yeah, there's a sticker on it. I'm smart. Context clues. We got Sailor Moon up at the top. I've never seen this show once. Did I just get unfollowed because of that? I feel like I grew up in the age where like this just ended. So it was never on television, and my version of Toonami was literally like, here's Dragon Ball Z, and like that was it when I had Toonami. There's also a bunch of these guys right here that you got from Box Lunch. I think these are just statues, so I think they're permanently posed like that, which is cool. The two big figures are glitter and glamour models. Oh. I don't know what that means. Nicole, you're the Sailor Moon person. Is that cool? Help me. The small ones are cool. I like the small ones. They're all in their different poses and stuff. I also love anime statues, how they have that little foot brick. I love it. I have a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan over here, and it has that foot brick, and I'm like, why don't every collectible type thing come with something like this to make it stand? It's the most helpful motherfucking thing, and it's not super distracting at all. It's big and bulky, but like it holds the bitch there, you know? I love it. But yeah. These are cool. These are cool though. I should definitely watch this at some point. CLD says I watched it when I was younger. It's pretty good, like that and Card Captor. I know Nicole likes Card Captor Sakura. It was funny because like when I got my 3D printer and shit, I was like, oh, this is what birthday presents are, you know? Like this is what the birthday presents are for people from now on, or like Christmas. And I'm like on like the websites I use for models, and I'm like, Card Captor Sakura. There's nothing. There's not a single thing. Not a single 3D artist is like, I'm a fan of this, which is just weird to me. Because there's a 3D artist that I found that made like a pencil holder that's really questionable and sus. So, if you know, you know. Here's my Moon Knight with the moon in the back. Not Moon Knight, my Konshu with the moon in the background. And then CLD posted, he got a new suit. Got a new suit. Interesting. I think I don't. Do I own a suit? I saw that Steve Harvey video this week, and I've been like, man, I gotta buy a suit. I own a suit jacket. I don't own pants that go directly with the jacket. They're like jacket adjacent. And then I have like one button-up shirt. I don't dress nice. I dress like, yeah, we got you a suit for Aunt's wedding. Was that a suit? Like a complete suit? Or was it like, I thought it was like pieced together. Like it wasn't like this is like a suit that you get like all three together. You know what I mean? Like he probably got like everything all together with this. What's up with the inside design? What's up with that? What's up with that? What is it? That's a good point. Yeah, we did do what we could do. Yeah, but what the fuck is that? What the fuck is this? What is this, CLD? What is it? He's gone. And then Robbie did say that he posted something, but none of them. John Wick. Is this the third party John Wick, or is this this might be a Diamond Select? I could be wrong. Oh shit! This person has the same figure as me. Look at that right there. And this right here I have on pre-order, and guess who's not getting it for 3 months? That's cool. This is a cool John Wick. Ooh. I think this is the figure art strange because of the cloth cape. That's pretty neat. Pretty neat. What do we got here? This is that new Batman that just got announced. I remember this showing up on Mezco's site. I'm curious to see, whether it be yours or your friends, how they like it. Because I'm not a huge fan of that era design, but I did like the look of the figure. I also pre-ordered the Spider-Man Mezco. I don't know if you saw that, Robbie. I pre-ordered that Spider-Man. I have a problem. And then this is a Chocobo. A Chocabo. What is this, CLD? I don't know what this is. Are you like Phoenix from the X-Men in disguise? Is it the Phoenix Force? It's cool though. I mean, I like the blue a lot. I like blue suits. I have blue Power Ranger energy. Good to see Mezco grabbed your. Oh, the 2099 Spider-Man sold it, man. That was the thing. Why is he not showing us pics of the suit on? Because the man's got slides on. Can't you see? Look at the man wearing his slides. He can't put a suit on when you're wearing slides. Sorry to at you, CLD. But yeah, that's Figure Friday. We've done some things. We've seen some things. We've looked at some comics. We saw a manga. We looked at some of my photography and a custom. Now it's time to get into motherfucking game. I talked about this game on the podcast, and I kind of left it facetious of what it would be. I don't know if anybody knows what it is. To be fair, I did put I put a very big hint in the Discord message saying that I was going live of what it would be that I'm playing. But yeah, the Stanley Parable, yes, but not only the Stanley Parable. This is the Stanley Parable Deluxe Edition. I'm really excited for this because it has a lot of extra shit. Apparently, it's a lot more than the regular game. It's a little bit more expensive too. But this is one of my favorite games of all time, the original. Just because of the meta nature of it. I will say I didn't run it yet. I opened it just to, do the Steam first launch, John. And, when I did that, it asked me if I had played Stanley Parable before. So I'm assuming that is going to do something or change something about the story. Because everything that happens in this game is like, there's options, pretty much. Like, anything that can happen will happen. And it's going to be fun. I really, really love this game. If you haven't picked it up yet, it's only $24.99 for the deluxe the ultra deluxe version. The regular version's like $15 on Steam. Pick it up. You won't regret it. I'm going to launch it now, and then we're going to hop into this game. I want to say thank you to everybody in the chat right now. We got a hell of a lot of stream avatars down here roaming around and whatnot. But have I tried Superliminal? I have not. What is that? And if that is a game that I would be interested in, please put it in the game suggestions chat over on Discord, because I will definitely look into it if that is something that is similar to this. But let's head over to the live scene. In theory, it should capture the game. There it is. I'm going to leave subtitles on because I like to read. All right, we're going to confirm English. And then, have you played the Stanley Parable before? I have. I haven't played it in a while. So I'm not sure if I should hit yes or no. Because it's been so long since I played. I think the last time I played video games on a laptop. No offense to anyone who does that, but, I have a PC now, and I'm never going back. Say no. Okay, I'll say, you know what? I will say no, because I want to get the fresh experience. I feel like this is going to be like, oh, here's some references to stuff that you already know. This is like, you're coming into this brand new. A baby. Brand new baby. All right. That was a lot more anticlimactic. Boom. Please enter the current time. What time is it, chat? 8:12. What? 8:12. Boom. One second, sorry. All right. Thank you very much, Robbie. I will check that out either after stream or when I take a break. I will be taking a break during this stream to eat food. I might just watch videos if that's cool, if you guys want to hang out, and then I'll get back into the game. But my food isn't anywhere close to being here. My parents went to a fundraiser thing, and they're picking me something up because they're nice people. All right, I'm gonna turn down the audio a little bit because my ears hurt. How's the audio mix sound? Like this audio good? Audio good? Good audio good. Yay, nay? Maybe say? Yay, nay, maybe say. It's a bit loud. Yucky. That's easy to fix. Right about there, maybe? How about that? Cache the audio outside. How about that? Who just coughed in my fucking ear? That was like in my ear hole. I hated that. Oh, look. It's like when I do the thing on Twitch, see? Like there's like all the screens that go in. Little higher. Alright, we're gonna go with negative 5 decibels for the audio. We're gonna do that. Team Edward or Jacob is the real question. You want to choose, and there will be a sash involved. Here's my question about the overall situation. I understand that I will be attending this event because I like having time with my friends. I'm definitely not going there to watch Twilight. I'm gonna get that straight out of the way. I'm definitely going there because, hey, you're my friends. Now, here's the thing. This sash. How long we talking this has to be on? How long we talking? How long? Like, I get it, but like, I don't want to be that guy that's trying to get comfy and then it breaks and then I feel like the asshole. At least one picture worth. Well, that's great because that's like a millisecond, so boom. All right, sweet. Begin the game. Here we go. We're getting into it. The end is never loading.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
That is me.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Now here's the fun part. The narrator, I believe, will keep talking if I do nothing. I believe that's the case. Because the narrator is meant to do stuff when I don't. That makes sense. I think so. Can't remember. I haven't played this in years. Please. Don't make me a liar. Don't make me a liar. Speak to me, narrator. Well, this is awkward. Well. I hate Mondays. Hey, my sensitivity is up there. But, here we go, guys. Stanley Parable.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Ooh, there's an exit. turn that off. I apologize. Alright. Someone was fixing the roof. I also hate Mondays. Well, that guy's an asshole. Goddamn. Not going back there. Whoa.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I think I've seen that room already.
Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Shit. Alright. Do not lie. If you are lying, right now, stop. This looks safe. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, 1,000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift, 5,000.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
What?
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Who's her?
She's been waiting.
Am I forklift certified? No, I am not. That's a dark room.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
No. I went out.
As Stanley picked up the phone, a white light engulfed him, filling him not just with radiance, but with hope. Hope for a life reunited.
I unplugged it.
Wait. Oh, goodness. Stanley, did you just unplug the phone? No, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly. I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person. I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making. Or did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful
I played all
instructional
of it.
video.
I don't remember it vividly, though.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back sack and crack."
A back sack.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process. Most medical professionals recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Sweet. I'm ready.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
I guess I'm not forklift certified. Do I go back fully?
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We
There's
just
a
need
part
to
of
get
me
you
that's
home
like,
as
maybe I
soon
should
as
just
possible
start from the
before the
beginning
narrative
again and
contradiction
follow it.
gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Man, they put fences up and everything. Can I still kill myself? No? Can I fit? Ah! I didn't die. I don't think I was supposed to do that. What about Roche Raggy? Can't open that. What the fuck? So bright and uncomfortable. I don't know where to go now. I think I fucked. I think I fucked up. I think I fucked up. I shouldn't have done this. Oh no. I done goofed. I done goofed. Yeah, I don't know. I think I fucked up. I shouldn't have come down here. All right, we're gonna begin the game again because I fucked up. I'm Stanley. I'm gonna follow all the rules.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Whoa.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All the windows are bright white. Not that way they were. All right, let's do the right way this time.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I am a good worker.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let it ball up inside you. Take it out passive-aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers for not supporting you more. Sounds really familiar. Ooh, broom closet.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Whoa. Executive bathroom. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
I could never possibly know it's 2845.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, this just got creepy. My game is lagging a bit too. Whoa. Loading!
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
The fuck was that?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But that way's the escape. But the mind control facility. We're going to the mind control facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
It's cerebral.
Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I don't remember what number I was. I think I was like 4, 5, 6, right? Or something like that.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
That person got fired over there. Right
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I would. Okay, let's figure this out. There's a door right here. Can't access it. There's a stairwell here. I think it's fenced off. Yeah. Can't get up there for that lights. I think these are all offline, right? Oh, hey. That's the number 3. Where's number 4? Is there any actual story to this game? I mean, yes, there's multiple. It's like multi-ending. Like you can, there's so many different ways to this game to go.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for. Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? No. Yes. He had won.
Oh.
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
You betcha I did.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin.
I think this is the
The
regular
feeling
ending.
of liberation.
There's
The
multiple.
immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
So bright. Yep. That's the regular beat the game. There are more options. So, now we start doing some fuckery. I probably should have started with that. That's the real ending. Like, if you just follow and you be a good employee.
All of his co-workers were
But now-
gone. What could it mean?
We figure other stuff
Stanley
out.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright. So now we have choices.
When Stanley
that we can
came to a
change
set
up.
of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
So, what I want to start with is I'm going to go to the right again.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So we're in the employee lounge.
Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Now, we went straight last time we saw that area. Now we're going to go left.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back
But now
on
we have
track.
more options. We have to go down or follow the story again. Yeah? I'm going to follow the story for the moment.
Yet there was not a single person here
Tips
either.
for not getting fired.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up. Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Nope, I'm staying in the broom closet.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
But I'm still here.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA. Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing
Yes.
nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely
Listen,
confused.
it's a nice closet. It's a nice small space, well lit, not dark like the other areas that I went to previously. It's nice to be here. You know?
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it.
Well, you see, I like to live dangerously. In the closet. With these brooms.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friends, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Anything else for me, Mr. Narrator?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid.
Well, that's just
He
uncalled
probably
for.
only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
That's
that or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Okay. That was unnecessary and rude. Very
Well,
rude.
I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species.
I know, right?
Please remove their
What if
corpse
someone
from
did
the
die
area
at this part?
and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person video game
Yo, what's up,
mechanics
Ant? Watch
and
Chip and
filling
Dale?
them in on the history of narrative
I liked
tropes
it. I
in
hope you do
video
too,
gaming,
so I'm not alone.
so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I'm good. I'm going to stay in this closet a little bit longer, if that's cool with you, Mr. Narrator guy. It's a nice light. Nice little hum to it, you know? I feel like that might be the end of the closet stuff. I'll give it 5 to 10 seconds. All right.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky. I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Wait again. Come on, Mr. Narrator, are you mad at me? I think that's it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I would go upstairs, but this looks like a murder room.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all.
I've been here
None of it
already.
made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
My feet?
Why did doors close automatically behind him
This is
wherever
the
he
same
went?
thing.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer,
is
an explanation.
so
His
unsettling.
co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself. Stanley is
So
as awake
unsettling.
right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black. This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy, this much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
The end is never the end. This is the weirdest game you've ever seen. I can tell you that for a fact. And we're back at it again. 427.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right. Now we keep moving.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
What did I do? I went right last time, right? Went right. And then I went straight. So let's go right and let's take that elevator down.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope.
The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
All right, so we're going left.
And
but
so he
we're going
detoured
down.
through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, From here, it's, left.
Okay, so I'm not allowed any other options besides the left.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake.
Well, that scared me a bit.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Hey, it's the mind control room.
No. This isn't right.
I used to be
You're
down
not
there.
supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh. Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
I love this game so much.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I don't know if it changes if I do the exact same thing. That's the one thing that I'm very unsure of. Am I still the same number every time? I think so, yeah. I think it's 457 every time. And check. 427. I was 57 last time, wasn't I? Maybe I was 27. 427. Yes. If I was 427, I am still 427.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago.
Papers.
I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Can I move the chairs? Let's go right. I'm lost.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
I was okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
There's no
I might
doors.
be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Didn't miss anything in there. All these doors are closed too. Fuck your computer.
Aha! I knew we'd
That's
missed
new.
something. The story.
Wait.
Here it comes.
Goes like this. And then leads
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Okay. This is some fucking bullshit. This looks like a horror game.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Oh, the Stanley Parable adventure line.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable
Trademark.
adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
This is new. I could go back to that room that has no doors.
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Oh, okay. So now we're going to the right. We've never gone this way yet. Well, someone's playing solitaire. I hear dogs. Did I just see something move? Did I see something move? I thought I saw something move there. Someone clip that. Someone clip that and tell me if I saw something move in that door. Please tell me. Someone clip that. And tell me if I saw something move. Someone clip it. I'll do it myself if I have to. Shut up, dogs. They're just going ham for no reason. I will figure this out.
Of the... Get up to the line.
So now we're going... That's me. I hear dogs. So there was a thing. I don't know if it was a graphical glitch. The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. To be fair, it was in this room.
Here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay, now if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
You could have texted me. hopefully y'all can hear this. Audio, music volume. Better, hopefully.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
I won't remember that. Yeah, I know.
Wait, what? We're back at the office?
What?
No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing
way.
a bell?
Oh,
Oh, no,
We're
not
back.
again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore.
There's
To
one
hell with
screen
it.
over there.
Restart.
oh.
You know what, Stanley?
Oh.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
What about this one? Okay, fine.
Now, yes, this is exciting.
Excitement.
Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild.
We're going
Use
in
your
the square.
imagination.
This is
Whatever
just-
it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
This fucks with my mind, bro.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
So I'm supposed to ignore the line. Which makes me... Oh. Okay. Oh.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Decision.
From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Yeah.
In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Well. The confusion ending.
Hold up, what's this?
You've been playing the confusion, ending
confusion
for
ending.
17
You're
minutes.
telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if
think
I
I'm
don't want to
supposed
forget?
to-
My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me?
Something about a
Why
bookstore.
don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really... No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't
Hell
do
yeah.
it.
We're not doing it.
And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle?
We broke the loop, death loop.
Whatever it
Hashtag
is
ad.
that made this schedule. How would we even know? Will someone
Both
comfort us?
doors lead it in here.
Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know.
Sure.
I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite
Yeah,
sure if
kinda.
we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
That was such a loud noise that didn't need to happen. Okay.
all of his co-workers were gone, what could it
No,
mean?
the narrator was
Stanley
reset.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
It was reset again. No. Ah, the choices are back to normal.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
I'll listen to the narrator now. I feel bad for him.
Yet there was not a single
I feel
person
like
here
we
either.
repeated it again.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
we're
his
going back
boss's
down.
office. But Stanley just couldn't do
Oh
it.
no, this is the
He
fucking
considered the
ending
possibility of
that's...
facing his boss.
I did it
Admitting he had
again,
left his
no.
post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was
I shouldn't have
crazy.
done this one.
And then something occurred to Stanley.
All right. No. We're gonna do this one more time. We're gonna see if we can get one more ending, and then I'm gonna call
The
it.
meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
All right. We're gonna go past the employee lounge.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took
gonna
the
go
first
straight.
open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
All right. Well, there's 2 options here. I can jump down and die, but I don't think I die. I'm gonna get on this and
Look,
try to get on
Stanley,
this
I think
path.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in
Come on.
someone else can be difficult,
Go
but the
left
fact
now, and then I
is
can
that the
jump off
story
right
has
there.
been about nothing but you all this time. There's
1,
someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
3.
What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you?
Yes.
Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Red and blue.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
I'm a Blue Ranger.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
No, I'm a Blue Ranger.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door. All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road
Yes.
you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first
I
place.
forgot about this.
Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you?
There's so many
Do you
different
not think I put a lot of
areas.
time into that? because I
Get to
did.
here.
And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me
Cards.
absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before.
I like that
Go
part.
ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin.
Eee.
Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
I don't know what the numbers mean. Number 5.
Aha! You see, I knew I was onto something.
5 out of
Where
5.
do these flashes of inspiration come from? How did I know the game needed a third door?
Smart narrative.
Well, it's instinct mostly, a calling in your gut. I really couldn't say where the idea came from, except that I felt it in my soul. You can't teach that, Stanley. Don't even try. Here, based on the data from your previous
streaming,
playthrough,
right?
I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
it.
Let's take a look.
Give me like 20 minutes, I'll give it to you. Just walks in her fucking pajamas, yo. I missed that. What happened? Oh. Wow. There's a worldwide leaderboard. Did you know that 21.3% of players skip the intro sequence? Oh, that's me. How long does it take you to get to the correct door? Compete against other Stanleys, blah, 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 blah. You are currently ranked 9,328th out of 900. 9,328. Why not ask some friends for help? Error. Friends list empty. I've been attacked. I'm going back.
Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors?
Oh, hell
Again,
yeah.
honest answers, please.
Yep.
Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it
Do
some
it.
playtesting.
Let's go.
You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger. You click the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas.
Oops.
I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try.
Turn this
I'm
game
out.
into a battle
I'm
royale.
out.
Let's go.
I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain.
What?
Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot.
Okay. I made the narrator mad, guys.
Aha! Fascinating. What do you
We're
think this
playing
game is about,
Firewatch.
Stanley? What's our backstory? What is our motivation? Well, it seems obvious to me that you are meant to play as a creepy man spying on innocent civilians below you from up high in your creep tower, perhaps for some
creep
sort
tower.
of twisted erotic purpose. Yes, that must be it. What a fascinating venture into the experience of total mental depravity.
says, "Who
So far,
Firewatches
I
the
love
Firewatch?"
everything about this game, Stanley. And it seems there's
That's so
even
cool.
more. Come, let's venture outward and see what else is out there.
Yo, this motherfucker was born in the 90s. Look at that. This is a good game, too, if you haven't played it. Firewatch. Firewatch is really cool. Gorgeous game.
Oh, no. No, it can't be.
What's this?
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly, block it off.
Oh, no.
Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing. That big, open, just wandering around. No right or wrong directions. No path to follow. You can just go in any... Oh, thank heavens we avoided it.
Open world games
We're
are scary.
out of the woods now, Stanley. Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game.
Yeah, let's get a different one.
Preferably something with walls. Something with nice, big, insurmountable walls. Okay, I think this will be just the thing.
Take guesses in the chat. What's it's gonna be?
Wonderful. See, this is exactly
I'm good
what
at
I had
this
in
game.
mind. Just a nice big box for you to run around in. There isn't any possibility that you could get lost here. Now this is game design. Stanley, if you manage to get lost in this game, I will be phenomenally impressed.
I'm in Rocket League.
Okay, so what exactly do we do here? Let's see. There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together?
Yeah.
Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
Heck yeah. Yeah, come on. Come on.
Are you doing it? Are you winning?
Oh, fuck.
What are you doing?
Fuck.
Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't help you. How will you write a story without me? You can't do it. You know that. Stanley, come back.
I fell. I don't like this anymore. I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna turn the volume down. Fuck. This is spooky now. I don't like this anymore. I want to go home. What is that? This is just a hallway. I don't like hallways. I don't like hallways. I don't like hallways. I'm not gonna look. I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do. I'm uncomfortable.
I wonder what he found.
Oh.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in his own story, well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now. I wonder if he's
spooky.
happy with his choice.
I was scared.
And if
I'm
he's
not gonna lie.
learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him. He needs me. Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back. The end will be here soon. Very soon. I can wait.
Oh, yeah, cool. I thought it was over. Well, that was an ending.
All of his co-workers were
I
gone.
think that's it.
What could it mean?
That was the
Stanley decided to go to the
end of the
meeting room.
ending.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door
I
on
think
his
I'm gonna
left.
end the stream at these two open doors because I've been successfully happy with this game. I love the Stanley Parable. The Stanley Parable does an excellent job of both being hilarious, also chilling and cold and terrifying when nothing really is happening. It's a game of a lot of nothing, but with really good storytelling that's not really story. It's a hard game to explain. If you do remember, I think Yuki brought it up earlier in the chat. This is my game that I use to describe me because it's so convoluted, but also fun, and the humor is great. This is like the game that I'd put on my tombstone, the Stanley Parable. There's still so much, too. That's the beauty of this game, is that there's so much more to do with it. There's so many more endings. There's so many more options. And this is also the Ultra version, so there's extra shit as well on top of that. So much nothing that it's something. That is probably the best way to describe it. But, yeah, man. I love this game. If you haven't played it, please play it on Steam. It's like $15 for the regular version, and then like $24 for this version, which I haven't even gotten, I don't think, to the extra stuff, to be fair. I feel like while I don't remember directly all the stuff that I did, it's very similar. Honestly,
Stanley just stood there doing nothing at all.
Yeah.
He seems to think I have nothing better to do with my time than to sit around and describe every fascinating little detail of his inability to do anything. This is why Stanley and I are on such good terms.
Well, I was reading a comment in Twitch chat, Mr. Narrator. Honestly, saying it makes so much sense, Lamau. I take back my initial concern. I mean, hey, you should have been concerned. I feel like that's the point. Is like there's initial concern, and then there isn't anymore. If that makes sense. Hello, my name is Convoluted. Listen, man, nothing's more convoluted than this game, and it's fun. With love and light, hell no. Well, I'm gonna call it there personally. I'm gonna actually close the game. Quit to the menu. And then I'm gonna quit to the desktop. And then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna join full cam with you guys for one more end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for joining Figure Friday again. As usual, it was a blast. Showed off some customs at the beginning, some comics I picked up, and I have to read a manga tonight. I'm gonna read that Deadpool manga. Hopefully I can read the whole thing and then maybe I can give it to you tomorrow, Nicole, so you don't have to watch Twilight. Options. But yeah, make sure you follow, subscribe, all those things. Subscribe to our Twitch. Use your Amazon Prime sub thing and subscribe for free. You get really cool emotes like pants. Don't you want pants? Well, you can have them in emote form. Check out the new podcast episode that just came out today. It is a very good one. There's a special cameo appearance from future editor Chris, which is apparently going to be a reoccurring character now just because it works so fucking well. And yeah, it was a good episode this week. We had a good conversation at the start. We had some cool things we played, and then also the news was fun to talk about, and we had some good questions at the end. Hopefully we answered them correctly. I know there was one from Uniguff that we didn't know if we answered correctly, and we haven't heard anything about not answering it correctly, so gonna assume we did. But for now, I'm gonna go read a manga, eat dinner, and I kind of want to watch Chip and Dale again, because Chip and Dale, if you haven't seen it, there are so many cameos and little things in there that you kind of have to watch it more than once. I don't know if Ant finished it. I'm a fan of it. I think it was very good for what it is, especially if you're being on Disney Plus and free. You don't have to buy it. That was the thing that made me very happy about it, is that it's just free content. Here's a movie with great voice acting in it, lots of references to the 90s cartoons and early 2000s, and it was just very good. It was surprisingly good. Plus, the first 3 minutes, there's a Tenacious D song, and not like a Tenacious D song like, oh, that's Tenacious D. It's like, what the fuck is this song? And then it's one of those old Tenacious D songs called Friendship is Rare that, like, nobody fucking knows. They did change the lyrics at one part where it was like, oh, look, there's a bear. Can you hand me that shotgun? And that's not in the movie, obviously, but he says, hand me that whip and also a chair, I think, in the radio edit of Tenacious D. But it was so good. It was so... I loved it. I don't know if you loved it, Ant, but I loved it. I had a good time. So go watch that movie. And then also Love, Death, and Robots is out as well, so go watch that too. Season 3, baby. I'm going to call it for the night. I'm going to go eat. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you very much. I'll see some of you tomorrow. I'll see the rest of you on Sunday. Have a good night. All of that jazz. Goodbye.